Good morning, Madam Rina. My name is Jessica Febiola, and I'm from English Class 8. Today, I want to give an information about travel requirements to go to Australia. So, Australia have their own uniqueness, and there are many tourist attractions in there, like Sydney Opera House, Kangaroo Island, and many more. Fun facts about Australia: there are many citizens of Australia go and visit to Indonesia. In 2022, there are 6,054 hundreds of citizens Australia visit Indonesia. If you want to go to Australia, there are travel documents that you must to know. There are a valid passport. So basically, the Australian government requires that you must to bring a passport only a period of your travel in and out of Australia. Next, a valid visa, including electronic visa. And the third is talk about the incoming passenger card, health and character declaration that connect to the custom regulations. Next is the immigration and custom regulations. After you arrive at Australia, here are some things that you need to do. The first one is proof your required documents such as passport, visa, and health, also character declarations, and also checked by the Australian border officer, like a fingerprint checking, face ID checking, and also questioning such as where do you live in Australia, what your passport, what your purpose to go to Australia, and so on. And next, about the custom regulations that allow to bring without declaring. That is talk about the personal use or personal consumption like clothes, hygiene items, and electronic devices. And yeah, if you want to bring more than 10,000 Australian dollars, you must to declare it, because the maximum of the cash that you can bring is only 10,000 Australian dollars. Next is about the items that you can bring with declaring. As you can see, there is incoming passenger card. Then in this slide, if you want to bring the 6 items that I wrote in this slide, you must to mark yes on the incoming passenger card. The first one is prescription medicine. You can bring your medicine with the copy of your prescription written in English from your local doctor, and bring maximum of 3 months supply. Vitamins and supplements also can bring to Australia for personal use and bring only 3 months of supply. And I said before, you can bring cash only $10,000. If you want to bring more than that, you must to declare it. And next is duty-free items over $900. As you know, if you are aged 18 or older, you can bring $900 for general goods duty-free, and if you are a child or under 18, you can bring only $450. And next is alcohol and tobacco. Alcohol can bring for the tourists that aged 18 or older, and the maximum of alcohol it's only 2.25 liters. And if they want to bring more than that, they must to pay the tax. And tobacco, it's also can bring for the tourists aged 18 or older, and the maximum of tobacco is 25 cigarettes or 25 grams. And if they want to bring more than that, they must to pay the tax. Next is the prohibited items and children to bring into Australia. According to the Australian government, Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment, there are some items that prohibited to bring into Australia. That the points of plant materials and life plants, most of them are prohibited to bring into Australia, but if they want to bring to Australia, they must to make an import permit. And also some drugs like cannabis, cocaine, and heroin are illegal to Australia. And also some foods like pork, fresh fruit, rice, bean, meats, and so on, it's also prohibited to bring into Australia because the Australian government believes that these items can devastating their unique environment. Firearms, weapons, and explosives also prohibited to bring into Australia, but if they want or if you want to bring into Australia, you must to make an import permit, and import permit can issued for the police or government use or the specified purpose like filming movie. And also the soil attached to clothes or shoes, that please make sure that you are free or clean from the soil because there are a body checking at Australia airport. Next is fake designer goods and illegal pornography. And if you are break the rules of the immigration and custom, you must to face the 3 of these penalties, as you can see on the slide. Next is about cabin and baggage regulations from Garuda Indonesia Airlines. If you want to travel to Australia, there are 2 types of baggage. There are checked baggage and carry-on baggage, or as known as cabin, that the maximum is 7 kilograms. And the carry-on baggage you can use for your valuable items like jewelry, passport, travel documents, keys, computers, and so on. Also, the Garuda Indonesia accepts no liability for valuable items carried as checked baggage. So please make sure that your valuable items are packed on carry-on baggage or cabin. And the next is some items are prohibited to bring into aircraft but allowed bring into checked baggage, such as a sharp object, weapons like airsoft guns, and many more. Also firearms, sport equipment like billiard, baseball, and softball only can bring into checked baggage. And if you want bring firearms, ammunition, weapons, and sharp objects, you must to declare in the Garuda check-in staff and provide a proper documents and wrap your items with safety and security. Okay, next is about prohibited items if you are traveling with Garuda Indonesia. First one is corrosive materials, including the mercury, vehicle batteries, and many more. Explosives, including grenades, explosive device, and many more. Flammable liquids, including gasoline paints, lighter fluid, methanol, and many more. And the last is self-defense spray, including tear gas and acid spray are prohibited. And next, we talk about the allowed items that you can bring into carry-on baggage or cabin. There are alcohol beverage for the maximum 100 milliliters and the e-cigarette. However, use the e-cigarette on the aircraft is prohibited, and power bank only can bring on carry-on baggage and prohibited to bring into checked baggage. And also the liquid, aerosols, and gels can bring into the carry-on baggage for the maximum only 100 milliliters. And the last is processed foods that only for the personal consumptions. Okay, so that's all from me. Talk about the travel requirements to go to Australia. I hope we can travel to Australia someday. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.